Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Shashmita. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will easily be able to log in using your Gmail ID. And once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this URL. And there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and browse section in this application. You will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Under Crack Current Affairs, you will be able to see multiple options. First one is Current Affairs English. We upload the day-to-day basis news in the English format. And apart from English PDF, we also provide them in Hindi format. And this banking awareness, we upload a PDF every month. So this PDF will contain the banking news, banking and the finance news of that respective month. And Current Affairs Exam PDF will have two categories. One is that most important news of that particular month will be uploaded in this Current Affairs Exam PDF. And also Exam Perspective PDF will also be uploaded. And next is Special CA. This will contain Union Budget, Economic Survey, and also the most important events that had taken place globally as well as nationally. And next most important is topic wise. So the entire news of that particular month will be segregated into different topics. And in order to recollect whatever you've read, we also provide you with topic wise quizzes. Apart from that, we also provide state current affairs. Now, here if you see, we provide you with the day-to-day PDF, and this we provide you with the weekly PDF. So that particular week news will be compiled into a PDF and in question and answer format in English and will be uploaded here. And to enhance your learning, you can also, to enhance and strengthen your learning, you can also attend the quiz. Here we provide you with the entire news of that particular week. But here we take the top 60 most important news and we upload it in this PDF in question and answer format. Apart from weekly, we also provide you the monthly ones. This PDF will contain detailed view of that particular month news, and this will have a brief format of the same news. This will be in the form of a question and answer format, and this will have the top 100 question and answer of that particular month. We also provide you with the PIB news on a day-to-day basis, which you can go and read in these particular tabs. Apart from that, we also provide the Union Budget and Economic Survey. You can also attend you can read after reading the PDF. You can also go and attend the quiz. This is available in the Special CA category. We also provide state level current affairs. So this will be very helpful for students who are preparing for state level exams. For example, if you are preparing for Tamil Nadu state level exams, then you can click this tab and you will be able to see all the current affairs or news related to Tamil Nadu. Apart from that, we also provide PDF from the exam perspective. Suppose you are preparing for RBI assistant mains, then this tab will contain 5 to 6 months of current affairs, which has high probability of being asked in RBI assistant mains. Similarly for SBI PO, RRB PO, clerk mains, all these are being given under this section. And also we provide separate content-wise, topic-wise current affairs like national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, MOUs and committees and meetings. All these different types of news are segregated in these particular categories. Hello students, welcome to our new initiative. In this initiative, we will be uploading the weekly current affairs on banking and finance section. So this will be uploaded on every Monday. And so on the whole, per month, you will have totally 4 videos related to this topic. And apart from just providing you with the banking and finance news, we also provide you the conceptual explanation so that this will enhance and also strengthen your knowledge about these topics. Today, we will be covering January 5th week banking and finance awareness news. Moving to the first news. The first news is about a report that's been released by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. So if you see this report, it has a lot of data only. There's no any concept that has to be explained. So it has a lot of data. You don't have to remember all the data, but remember the trend. Like in which country the investment has reduced, in which type of countries the investment has increased. So remember the trend and remember these two important data, that is 11% and 8%. So if you see, recently the Global Investment Trends Monitor report has been released by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. So as per the data, the FDI, that is the foreign direct investment, it has increased by 11%, reaching an estimated 1.4 trillion in 2024. So we know that there are two types of investment. One is FPI and another is FDI. So foreign direct investment, when you invest more than 10% in a listed company, then that is considered as a foreign direct investment. So when the investment is less than 10%, sorry, this is more. When the investment is less than 10%, then it falls under the foreign portfolio investment. When the investment in a listed company, it is more than 10%, then it is considered as a foreign direct investment. Okay. So if you see the FDI, it has increased by 11%, reaching a value of 1.4 trillion in 2024. But if you see, the FDI has decreased by 8% when you exclude the flows through the European conduit economies.
So when you exclude this European economies, then the FDI has decreased by 8%. But when you include them, then the FDI had increased by 11%, reaching a value of 1.4 trillion in 2024. Next is FDI in India. It grew by 13% with an increase in both the number and the value of green projects announcement. The number of projects have also increased and the value invested in the green projects have also increased compared to the previous year. The major highlights of the report, if you see, the FDI in the developing countries, it declined for the second consecutive year. And also FDI to developing Asia, it declined by 7%, with China's inflows dropping 29% for the second consecutive year. The developing countries FDI also decreased, and also to the Asia countries also the FDI has decreased, and main contribution to the Asia country FDI decline is the China inflow. So China's investment in FDI has decreased by 29%. That was the main contributing factor for the FDI declining in the developing Asia. And also ASEAN, that is Association of Southeast Asia Nations, rose 2%, FDI rose 2% to a record of 235 billion. So you can understand the trend here. Developing countries, Asian countries, FDI investment has decreased. Asian countries, South Asian countries, the FDI has increased by 2%. And also the global investments in the sustainable development goals related sectors, it fell by 11%. We know that the SDG goals, there are 17. Okay, this has to be achieved by 2030. If we are going to reduce the investment in the SDG goals, then how will we achieve the 2030 targets? So these kind of data, you can use it in a descriptive answer. So if you have a descriptive question on SDG, then you can mention the 17 goals. Then you can also mention that the investment in the global investment in SDG has been decreasing compared to the previous years. In that case, it's difficult to achieve the SDG targets. So all this you can use it in your descriptive, okay? Because objective type of questions on these kind of content, it's difficult to be asked. It will not be asked. So this can be used in the descriptive type of question. Next is the USA and the India experience significant growth in the manufacturing projects hitting record levels. Now, if you see the Asian countries, they involve the Indonesia, Vietnam, Laos, Brunei, Thailand, Myanmar, Philippines, Cambodia, Singapore and Malaysia. So these are the Asian countries that the FDI has rose by 2%. Okay. Next is greenfield projects. It has decreased by 8% in number and 7% in value, although the investments in the semiconductors and artificial intelligence showed growth from 2023. So in the previous slide, if you see, the FDI in India grew both in number and value in case of greenfield projects. So India, the greenfield project, it has grown, but overall, if you see, it has decreased both in the number and the value. But the exception case here is the semiconductor and the artificial intelligence. So if at all they ask you, as per the UNCTAD report, the greenfield projects had decreased except for these two types. Which are they? Then you will know that it is semiconductor and artificial intelligence. So remember this name. Okay. Next is cross-border merger and acquisitions activity declined by 13% in deal numbers. The Secretary General of UNCTAD is Rebecca Greenspan. It is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. The next news is about RBI approving the establishment of an organization. So if you see, RBI has approved the establishment of NUCFDC, that is National Urban Cooperative Finance and Development Corporation. I am repeating, National Urban Cooperative Finance and Development Corporation as an umbrella organization to boost the urban cooperative banks. So to boost the urban cooperative banks, RBI has approved the establishment of this organization. So if you see, it has also approved the NUCFDC to function as the non-bank finance company. So it will also operate as a non-bank finance company and also as an umbrella organization to boost the urban cooperative bank. So how can it boost the urban cooperative bank? It can provide two services. One is fund support, fund-based support, and the other one is non-fund-based support. So what all can be done under this fund-based support? So if you see, under the fund-based support, it can provide capital support to the urban cooperative banks. It can also offer secure credit lines to the urban cooperative banks to handle temporary liquidity mismatch. So if you see, in government, if the government of India has any temporary liquidity mismatch, then RBI provides one sort of security credit line that is called as WMA. That is ways and means of advances. So this is provided to the Government of India in order to handle the temporary liquidity mismatch. Similarly, if urban cooperative banks face such situation, then this organization can provide secured credit lines to the urban cooperative banks, and also refinancing urban cooperative banks against their loans. The next one is manage deposits and borrowings from the urban cooperative banks and financial institutions. So what is this refinancing urban cooperative banks against their loans? So urban cooperative banks would have given loans to their customers. Okay, so say suppose this loan has been given, say it's a huge amount of loan given to the customers, and now another customer arrives, okay, to ask for another loan to the urban cooperative bank. But since a huge amount is locked with this customer, the urban cooperative bank is not able to provide finance to the another customer. So if this kind of situation arises, then this organization can provide a refinance against this loan. Okay, it can provide refinance against this loan, and using that money, urban cooperative bank can provide loan to the new customers that have come. So what are the support, various support given under non-fund based support? So here, as per the name itself, you can know that there is no money involved. So other than money, what are the support that has been provided by this organization? So it provides the technical support, that is shared information technology platform, and also treasury management, payment and settlement services. It also provides training, HR support to ensure that the urban cooperatives are well equipped to adapt evolving regulatory and market demands. So these are the various non-fund based support, that is IT support, and also treasury management, HR support, and also consultancy, also training support. So all these are provided under non-fund based support, and all these are provided under the fund based support. Okay. The chairman is Jyotindra M. Mehta and the CEO is Prabhat Chaturvedi. The next news is PNB MetLife has partnered with True Home Finance. So we saw it in the previous news, previous week, that True Home Finance, it was formerly known as Shriram Housing Finance Limited. So now Shriram Housing Finance is renamed, is called as True Home Finance. So PNB MetLife has partnered with this True Home Finance to provide group credit life insurance to the home loan customers. Now what is this purpose of this group credit life insurance? See, in case there is a borrower, okay, he borrows a home loan from a bank, and then what happens is that unfortunately the borrower passes away. So in that case, what happens is this liability falls on the family members. Okay, but if you purchase this group credit life insurance, the liability will not fall on the fall on the family members. Instead, it will be taken care by this insurance. So it provides homeowners and their families with financial security by covering outstanding loan liabilities in the event of an emergency. The next news is Tata AIG General Insurance Company. It has launched a product called Cyber Edge. So this Cyber Edge is nothing but it will provide cyber insurance solution. That is, it will safeguard the various businesses, small to large businesses, from various range of cyber risk. Now we know that now everything is digital. So digital, it means it has both the positive and negative side. That is, the negative side is it is subject to a lot of cyber risk attacks. So in order to protect the business from these cyber risks, this Cyber Edge solution has been launched. So here if you see, the business people, they have 24/7 access to this Tata AIG's team of incident response experts during a cyber incident. So when a cyber incident happens, when a cyber attack has happened on a business, the people can contact the Tata AIG team anytime. That is, they are available 24/7. And also if you see, it will cover, so a cyber incident has happened, it has been attacked, so now it has to be replaced, right? Everything has been compromised, so all this has to be replaced, all the damaged equipment has to be replaced. That cost is also taken care by the Cyber Edge. So it covers the cost of replacing damaged equipment and helps restore normal business operation after the cyber incident. These are the various options that is provided to the business people if they purchase this insurance solution. The next is about an NBFC. So Extend Financial Services Limited, it is an Mumbai-based NBFC company. So recently RBI had cancelled its certificate of registration. So the reason for it is that because it observed irregularities in its digital lending operations. So if you see, it allows external service providers to handle key tasks such as credit appraisal, setting interest rates, know your customer verification. So all these are very sensitive data, right? Because when you provide this to a third person, they might have access to the sensitive data of the customers. Because in credit appraisal, if you see all the information like individual identification like KYC, that is Aadhaar, PAN, and many other individual identifications, they are all having access. This external service providers, they will all have access to the customers in sensitive data. That should not be done. It should be done only by the NBFC's employees and not to external service providers. There are certain things that can be done by the service providers and certain things that should not be done. But the NBFC had provided all these sensitive things to the service providers. So that is why the RBI had cancelled the registration of this Extend Financial Services. Remember the name? Extend Financial Services. Next is JK Tyre had received a $100 million loan from the IFC, that is International Finance Corporation, one of the arm of World Bank. So this is a sustainability linked loan. So this money should be provided to sustainable linked projects. Okay. So this JK Tyre, it has received this 100 million loan. From that 100 million, if you see, 30 million was provided to the JK Tyres and Industry Limited, and remaining 70 million it was provided to Cavendish Industries Limited, that is a subsidiary of JK. So remember the amount, it is $100 million from the IFC to the JK Tyre. Okay. Next, if you see the Department of Financial Services, which works under the Ministry of Finance, okay, it has infused 500 crores into the IFCI, into IFCI Limited, that is Industrial Finance Corporation of India. So this is one of the development financial institution in India. So these kind of institution, if you see, they are owned by the government of India. Major stake is owned by the government of India, and they will provide long-term loan projects at affordable or low interest rate. Okay. So this is for the development of the country. That is the name itself you can find. Development Financial Institution. They provide long-term loans at affordable or low interest rate for the development of the country. Okay. So in that, recently the Department of Financial Services had infused 500 crores. Generally, the capital infusion is to strengthen the capital of the company. So you would have also seen in news that the Ministry of Finance had infused few crores into the banks. So the public sector banks, we know that the major shareholder is the government of India. So when they feel that there is a lack of capital in the public sector bank because a lot of provision had to be made for the NPA accounts or some other reason, in that case, the Ministry of Finance, they infuse some money into the public sector banks. Similarly, now to strengthen the capital, an infusion of 500 crores has been done into this IFCI Limited. So this is done by subscribing to its share capital in the financial year 25. So this has been done through the preferential issue. So preferential issue is nothing but we know that the government of India is already a shareholder of this IFCI Limited. Okay. In preferential issue, what happens is that new shares are issued to the existing shareholders. So when a capital infusion is required or when the company is planning to raise money through the issuing shares, what it first does is that it goes to the existing shareholders. Okay, it goes to the existing shareholders and tell that I am going to raise money. So if you buy shares, it will be easier for me. And even if you think it is good to buy our shares, you can buy it through this preferential issue. That is the meaning of preferential issue. In preferential issue, the existing shareholders will be given an option to buy the new subscription of shares. Okay. That is what this preferential issue means. So this 500 crores was issued through the preferential issue of shares. So now the holding increased beyond the current 71.72%. So what is the current holding? It is 71.72%. Now a little bit has been increased. Okay. So if you see, this is the first development financial institution in India and the deputy managing director is Rahul Bave. So next, if you see the Check Digital Private Limited, a fintech company, it has launched CheckVisor, an AI-powered credit card expert. So this is a new product that has been launched by the Check Digital Private Limited. So what is the purpose of this? So it will have human-like response. A simple chat interface will be provided by this CheckVisor. So if you had visited a lot of insurance company also, this kind of chat interface that AI is involved is available. Similarly, this is also a similar thing like that. So there will be a simple chat interface where you can provide your details and you can check whether you're eligible for this credit card or not, or what is your limit, how can you increase your limit. So these type of questions can be asked to this AI powered credit card expert. Okay. So apart from that, it also analyzes a smart spend. So how much ever have you spent, not only in this credit card, to all credit cards, whatever you have done, that can be tracked and analyzed using this CheckVisor. So smart spend analysis helps track spending trends. So all this can be done via this CheckVisor. Remember, the product name is CheckVisor. It has been launched by Check Digital Private Limited. The next news is about Reserve Bank of India. So if you see the foreign portfolio investors, they have been continuously buying dollars, that is exiting their position from the India. So foreign portfolio investors, they would have bought certain financial instruments in India. Okay. So now what is that? They quickly exit India when they see profit. So when they exit India, they buy dollars. They sell rupee and buy dollars. So which means that the demand for dollar increases, which means that the value of rupee depreciates. Okay, so to prevent the value of rupee to depreciate further, what RBI does is it intervenes into the market. So what it does that it increases the supply of dollar into the market. So by increasing the supply, which means by increasing the supply of dollar in the market, the value of rupee will not depreciate further. That is the main reason for intervening the RBI, intervening into the market by the RBI. So the RBI supplies the dollar into the market, and then it sucks the rupee from the market. Okay. So by doing this, it had to do this operation for a lot of time because the FBI were exiting and they wanted a lot of dollars. Okay. So by this operation, what happened is that the banking system, the market system, it fell deficit. It had lesser rupee. That is what it means. Okay. So the banking system fell deficit. So in order to boost the liquidity, now the RBI has announced a series of steps to inject 1.5 lakh crore into the banking system. So in order to boost the liquidity in the market, a 1.5 lakh crore has been announced that it will be injected into the market by the RBI. Okay. So let us look into how this 1.5 lakh crore will be injected. So if you see, by purchase of government securities through the OMO, that is open market operation. Open market operation. Through open market operations, the RBI would buy the government securities from the banks. Okay. In turn, what the banks will get? Money. When you sell the government security to the RBI, RBI will in turn give you money, right? So through that, a 60,000 crore will be infused. Next is 56-day variable repo rate operation. VRR is for variable repo rate operation. Okay, via this variable repo rate operation, banks can borrow money from the RBI. So through that operation, 50,000 crore will be injected. Next, if you see, RBI announced a USD or INR buy or sell swap option of $5 billion. So what this buy or sell swap option means? So it means that bank shall sell the US dollars. So what happens is, say this is first month. Okay. So in this, the bank will sell the US dollars to the RBI. And then after 6 months, what will happen is that the RBI will return back the US dollars that it had bought from the bank to the bank itself, but the rates will be determined now itself. That is what this means. A bank shall sell US dollars to the Reserve Bank and simultaneously agree to buy the same amount of US dollars at the end of the swap period. The main reason for this is that by using this, it is not subject to foreign exchange fluctuation. So there is always dollar fluctuation. So whatever is the price of dollar today, it's not going to be the same after 1 month, right? So by this swap, what happens is that the dollar fluctuation is not affected in this period. That is what this means. Okay. The next news is Indian Software Product Industry Roundtable, ISPRID. It is a software industry which has launched Priority Sector Lending Association of India. So remember, ISPIRT, that is Indian Software Product Industry Roundtable Software Industry, has launched Priority Sector Lenders Association of India. So this, if you see, it will ensure that the agriculture, MSME and also affordable housing, they receive the necessary financial support they need to grow. We know that every bank, they have a target that they have to maintain. That is the priority sector lending target. It has been fixed by the RBI on the commercial banks. So the commercial, private sector, public sector banks, we know that they have to achieve a 40% of the total loans in the priority sector lending. Okay, this is the target that's been fixed by the Reserve Bank of India currently. So if they fail to achieve this target, then they can buy priority sector lending certificates and all. That is also allowed if they fail to meet this 40%. Okay, so this agriculture, MSME, education, affordable housing, renewable energy, these all sectors fall under this priority sector lending. So to ensure that these all sectors, they get the necessary financial support, this association has been formed. Okay, now if you see, the head of the association will be Priyashmita Guha. The CEO of this association will be Priyashmita Guha. Remember the name, it's important. And this Association of India has been launched by IFCI, that is Indian Software Product Industry Roundtable. Next is Yes Bank, in partnership with Reserve Bank Innovation Hub, a subsidiary, a fully owned subsidiary of the RBI, and the SP Jain Institute of Management and Research has launched a program called the Frictionless Finance Accelerator Program. So this program is mainly to finance the startups. In order to provide finance to the startups, this program has been launched. So startups will receive support under this program. Okay, remember the parties involved here: Yes Bank, RBIH, and SP Jain Institute of Management and Research. Next is about a penalty that has been laid by the RBI on various banks. So Reserve Bank of India had laid 3.31 crores penalty on Jammu and Kashmir Bank for violations related to the financial inclusion, KYC and loan norms. So these were the violations that were observed in the Jammu and Kashmir Bank, and the amount that is involved, the penalty amount that was laid on the JNK Bank is 3.31 crores. Next is Bank of India, 1 crore, and next is Canara Bank. The penalty amount involved is 1.63 crores for deficiency in the priority sector lending and financial inclusion measures. Remember the amount: Jammu and Kashmir 3.31 crores, Bank of India 1 crore, and Canara Bank 1.63 crores. The next is about a digital currency that has been launched. So the Birla Institute of Management Technology, that is BIMTech in short, it has launched BIMCoin, a blockchain-based digital currency for its ecosystem. So if you see, this will operate on a blockchain features like decentralization, transparency, smart contracts. So we know that decentralization, transparency, these are all the features of blockchain. So in this feature, this coin will operate, and also if you see, this will serve as a comprehensive education tool where the students, they can have hands-on experience in this blockchain technology and the digital currency. Okay. Now, the thing that you have to remember here is that BIMTech, that is Birla Institute of Management Technology, has launched this blockchain-based digital currency called BIMCoin. So if they ask you who had launched this BIMCoin, then remember the name, it is BIMTech. Okay. The next news is MobiWik Systems Limited has become the first fintech company in India to roll out full-scale central bank digital currency. So we know this central bank digital currency, both retail and wholesale. The pilot mode was launched in 2022 by the RBI. So this rollout, it is in partnership with the RBI and Yes Bank. So MobiWik system customers, they can use this CBDC for P2P and person to merchant transaction also. So the e-rupee wallet, it is accessible to all Android users of MobiWik. They can pay by scanning any UPI or QR code using this e-rupee wallet. So people who are already the customers of MobiWik, they can easily open this e-rupee wallet via video KYC. So video KYC will be done. After this is completed, they can easily open this e-rupee wallet, and then via this wallet they can make P2P, that is person to person and person to merchant transaction also. So the existing users of the MobiWik who have completed their KYC formalities can instantly open e-rupee wallets. So e-rupee wallets can be used, and then the transactions can be done using these e-rupee wallets. Remember, it is MobiWik, the first fintech company to roll out full-scale central bank digital currency. This is in partnership with RBI and Yes Bank. Okay. Next is about an NBFC. So RBI has replaced the board of directors of the AVM India Housing Finance Private Limited, a New Delhi based NBFC. So why has this been done? It is because the RBI had observed certain governance issue, payment defaults, and also certain frauds in the audits that it had conducted. So that is why it has decided to replace the board of directors. So remember the NBFC name is AVM India Housing Finance Private Limited. So this is something very extreme. So it is very important to remember. AVM India Housing Finance Private Limited. So RBI has appointed Ram Kumar, the former CGM of Punjab National Bank, as the administrator of this private limited. Okay. So remember the name, it is Ram Kumar. He will be the administrator of this NBFC. And also the RBI has planned to initiate the resolution process of the company under the insolvency and bankruptcy. So they are planning to insolvent, since it has already defaulted payments also and also governance issue. So it has taken over the board of the directors, and also it is planned to initiate the liquidation process also. The next news is about SEBI. So SEBI, it has launched a portal called iSpot portal for reporting technical issues. So if you see SEBI, if you see a lot of MII, that is market infrastructure institutions and stock exchanges are involved in the stock market. So like stockbroker, CCIL, that is clearing corporation. So all these people are involved in the stock market, and nowadays if you see the volume handled by these market infrastructure institution is very huge. Okay, so due to this, it is subject to certain technical glitches. Previously, if any technical glitch is faced by this market infrastructure institution, then they will report SEBI through a dedicated email ID. That was how it was done. But it was very difficult to report or track them, because it will be sent from various email ID, right? So it will be very difficult to track or report them. That is why this dedicated portal has been launched. So the portal name is iSpot, that is Integrated SEBI Portal for Technical Glitches. So all the infrastructure, institution and stock exchanges, they can report the glitches in this portal itself. So the iSpot will send automated, apart from that, the iSpot will send automated reminders to the market infrastructure institutions for a report, for a root cause analysis submission, and generate system driven reports for regulatory monitoring. So when a technical glitch happens, suppose a MII is down for 1 day or for 2 hours, then obviously it has to analyze the root cause, right? What has happened, why it was down for 2 hours. So this root cause analysis should be done by the market infrastructure institution, and it should be submitted to the SEBI. So now it will be submitted through this portal. Previously it was submitted to through the email, but now it will be submitted to this portal. That is the purpose of this iSpot. Remember the full form, Integrated SEBI Portal for Technical Glitches.
Thank you for watching the session. I hope you had enjoyed it. We're also available in Telegram under the name AffairsCloud_official. We also have an Instagram handle. Apart from this, you can contact us directly on 9677333862 regarding any courses that we offer, or regarding any payment issues. You can contact directly on this number. Thank you.